Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky. And today we are playing with the Baroque collection from Colourpop. This is a part of the Dark Blooms collection. This is just the little Baroque bundle that you can get from the website, which I ordered the other day. And something about the color scheme really spoke to me. I thought it looked really cool and really unique. So today we're going to be playing with that, kind of doing a first impressions, just creating this look and seeing how everything goes. We got the eyeshadow, the blush, and the two Luxe lip products right here. One is a gloss and one is a velvet. And yeah, if you want to hear my thoughts and see how everything goes, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this look and first impressions. Hi guys, good morning. Okay, so today I'm thinking, oh, Punky thought I was talking to her. Sit into the bed. Get in the bed. So today we're going to be testing out the Baroque collection from Colourpop. This is from the larger collection, the Dark Blooms, but this is the little Baroque mini set within that collection. I've got the palette, I've got the little blush, and the two lips from the little set. The blush is in the shade Vogue, and of course it's the Baroque palette, which is the beautiful cool tone one. Oh, I'm so excited about it. It is gorgeous. It's very bluey grays. Out of my comfort zone, to be honest with you. I don't use shades like this very often, and the lips is the Luxe lip. One's a gloss and one's the velvet. I haven't tried these yet either, so I'm excited to test that out. So let's go ahead and just get started on the eyes first. Oh, and the blush is this beautiful rosy mauve shade, which is my other favorite blush color next to a peach. I don't know what I want to do. There's so many pretty colors. It is a pretty unique palette. There's not really any browns in here or any type of transition-y shades in that, like a traditional transition. They're very just cool toned bluey grays, and I'm excited to play. Okay, so I have already primed my eyes, put my brows on, all of that. So we're just gonna jump on in. I'm gonna grab my brushes. Hello, brushes. I don't know which brushes I'm gonna use. Okay, the other day I did a video with the the Ornate palette, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I just got the palette itself at Ulta, and I went online that evening and ordered the whole set of the Baroque ones because I was just so into that color story. I think I'm gonna take Bougie, which is the bluey white tone, and I'm just gonna dust that right under the brow bone, kind of lightly. I've primed my eyes with the Milani shadow primer, a little bit of concealer just to carve out the brows, and in the brows I use the Shella brow cream. I'm doing this real light because I don't like a stark brow bone. So I have a big ass brow bone, it didn't need that much highlight. That's pretty. That's a nice shade. What do I want to do? So there's some that lean a little more greeny blue. There's some that lean a little more purple. There's some kind of duochromy shades in here. Where do we want to start? I think I'm gonna take Bebe. Is that a Schitt's Creek reference? No, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take Lounge. Or do I want to? Yeah, let's do Lounge. See what it does. I'm gonna start it like right out here on the outer corner. It's pretty dark, and bring it through the crease. And we'll see how we can blend it maybe, and I don't know, see what we can do here. I might end up like bouncing it into Bougie. That's, I think, the only thing. There's no real mid-tone shade in here. They're all like really dark and then shimmer and then a really light shade. So we'll give this a try, smoking this shade out. And if anything, we can blend it with Bougie. So far, so good. That's looking pretty cool. I'm just gonna pull it right into the socket. So what's left on the brush. Okay, that's more of a cool neutral tone. Pulling, it's not quite blue. It's got a little bit, it's just a very cool toned, deep, almost brown, almost black. It's an odd shade. I'm just gonna keep building it and blending it. When it blends out, it has almost a purple undertone as it blends up, so that's pretty nice. And it's actually kind of blending out nicely and creating some little transition shade. I'm liking the way that blends out. It's blending out into not a blue base, but more of a purple base. That's nice. That's very nice. I'll build it up just a little more in the outer corner and just keep going until I get it where I want it. Quite unique. I'm just going to soften that edge and blend up and out as there's less pigment on the brush. All right. Hey, that's pretty. That worked out. Cool. I just took a fluffy brush and there's no product on it now, and just blended around those edges. This actually, I'm liking that. I like these colors, or this color in particular. It's called Lounge. It will take a little bit of the deepest navy blue stunner, just right as a little touch on that outermost part of the lid, just to get a little variety in here. I'm going to take that on a relatively clean 456 from Morphe. Just going to dip in there real lightly, knock it off, and just pat it right here, just for some added depth. I really like the way that lounge shade blended out in the undertone of it. This one definitely has more of a blue undertone. Almost looks like a soft black in a way. Like it's the deepest navy blue you could possibly get. Kind of going a light hand with these because I have a feeling they could get real kind of out of control. I'm gonna bounce a little more lounge right here. And just put that up and over. Then kind of do like a winged shape with it, where most of the pigment is sitting out here as a smoky wing. See, the thing is, I feel like you could get two or three distinct looks out of this palette, maybe more. But they're going to be very cool tone. The undertones are going to be different, so they will come off a little differently because there's a varying undertone in this palette. You have some that are more of a greeny blue undertone, and then some that are more of a purpley blue undertone. So it's pretty interesting. These are definitely shades that I don't think I have in my collection, so I'm really, really into it. I am digging it. These are blending like a dream, of course. Colourpop's eyeshadows always blend absolutely beautifully. I've never come across one that didn't blend just flawlessly. Like, I don't know what they do over there, like with their quality, but you're doing something right. Okay, let's go over to the lid here. There's two kind of dual chromatic looking shades. There's Noble and Glitzy, Noble and Ritzy. And then we have more of a shimmery matte called Grand, and then Secret looks like a matte with some shimmers in it. Let me swatch them and see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, this is one of those mattes with a lot of micro sparkle packed into it. Oh, it's got like purple and blue sparkles in there. And these apply okay if you use them with a finger and really pat that on. You'll get that glitter, especially over like an eyeshadow primer, you know, that's unset. And then we have Secret, which I'm thinking is quite the same type of formula. Yeah, it is, just not quite as nice. But it looks like the same kind of glitters in it. And it's more of a mid-tone color. See, I wish they had made that a matte, because these glitters are pointless most of the time. I'm just not into that. And it looks like Etiquette is quite a similar formula. Etiquette has some silver sparkles in there. I mean, when you blend these shades, the sparkles don't show, so they can function as a matte as well. It's more just presentation that I think they're in there. And then we have Noble here, which is more a traditional shimmer. While looking like a blue shimmer, it actually has a rosy pink look to it when you swatch it. It's actually more pink with a blue shift. And Ritzy is more a lighter rose color with a kind of greeny blue shift in it, but it's very light. They definitely have a pink undertone, or pink looking base to them, like a pink, dusty pink. Let's take a little touch of Secret maybe on a fluffy brush here. I'm going to use this diffused crease just very lightly because I know the little shimmers are going to blend away. I'm going to run that right out here. Yeah, okay, that will function as a transition shade if you wanted it to. I'm just going to use it to blend that edge. Because again, the shimmers are not going to stick when you're blending. That's going to function as a transition, which is fine. I'm really knocking off the excess and like knocking those shimmers off my brush before I go in. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, that brought a little more blue in. And you still have that kind of purpley, almost a bruised look. It's really cool. Yeah, these are very bruised looking shades. Here, let's take Noble on this flat Sigma E-Sweeper, E54 medium sweeper. Noble is the richer version, a richer shimmer in here. I'm gonna see what it does on the eye. Ooh, okay, on the eye it pulls, you can see the blue in it more, but it does have that pink shift or pink base to it. Not like pink, it's like mauve rose color. I would say, yeah, like a rose. I think if you apply these damp, you're probably gonna get more of that shift. But yeah, there is a beautiful shift in there. I like that. Very cool. It looks totally different on my arm than it does on the eye. It's very, very unique. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. There's a definite uniqueness about this color story. I don't think I've seen anything on the market quite like this. And see, when the light's hitting it differently, you can see the tones in there. Kind of flow up a little bit right into the crease. I'm gonna apply it damp and see what that does. I feel like that would make a little bit of a difference. Yeah, you can definitely get a little more pigment, a little bit of a stronger shift. Oh, very pretty. Like that blue just catches the light nicely. So, or if you can do it with a finger. Very cool, very cool. I'm just gonna use my finger because I think that works just as well as dampening the brush. Oh yeah, that's such like this is a spooky girl palette, okay? This palette is definitely not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but it is certainly unique and I'm enjoying it. Alright, let's take the shade Glitzy on the inner part. I'm gonna pat that right in here. Okay, that brings in a little bit more of that rose shift and the greeny shift. Very pretty though. They just flow right into one another, but the light just picks it up a little bit differently. And this is actually really easy. Like, these aren't the most user-friendly types of shades or colors, but this was very easy to do. All right, just for shits and gigs, let's take a little bit of Grand, which is the very sequinedy formula, which I'll forever call it that thanks to Tati. I'm gonna kind of use that on the outer corner, just gonna tap a little bit and kind of at the lash line. Just let that flow into the other shades. Like there's a softness to this look, but still dramatic and pretty like kind of goth vibes, which I'm all about. So I mean, that's why I wanted the palette, obviously. It definitely spoke to me. But you know what? I'm not going to buy a palette if it doesn't, like, do something for me. I'm going to actually use that shade as liner on a little liner brush. I'm going to grab this one from Sonia Kashuk and just tap into there and press that right at the lash line. That does a really good liner. And I haven't had any real fallout until this point because I'm using this shade and, like, tapping it on like that. That's usually when I get the fallout. And you could dampen this brush as well. Get some of the shimmers to stick. I'm gonna go do the rest of my face, clean up the fallout, and we're back to do the lower lash line and test out the rest of the products. Okay, and we're back. Face is done. Let's move on to that lower lash line. I've just thrown some eyeliner in the waterline, just like a fleshy brightening color. Okay, I'm gonna kind of do the same thing on the lower lash line. I'm gonna go into the lounge shade, step on one side of the brush, knock it off really well, and just tuck it right here and pull it down and let it join to the outer corner. I think this might be all I put on the lower lash line as far as mattes go. Now we'll take a little bit of the Ritzy shade and run it right here. All right, cool. I think that's really all I want to do on the eyes. I kind of like the way it looks just as it is. I'm going to take my big fluffy brush one more time and just make sure everything is blended all around and looking how I want it to look. Towards the inner corner, I'm going to take a little bit of my face highlight. This is the Wet n Wild and Blossom Glow, and just pop it on the inner corner. It says like a little pinky kind of icy shift. I feel like it's just perfect with this look. Just to brighten up right in there. Oh, and I'm gonna take my liner brush and extend the inner corner just a bit. I just forget to do that. I have to get back. I think we'll do that with the lounge shade. Just tap it right there. Alright, let's do this blush. Blush is in the shade Vogue, which is funny because I was just watching the 73 questions with Daniel Levy. What a lovely man. Anyway, we're gonna go in with this shade. It's nice rosy mauve. I like how the eyes took on a nice kind of almost a purpley undertone. Love that. Very, very pretty. There's like a hint of plum in them or something. Very hard to describe. Very unique. I decided not to go with lashes today. I'm just doing like my natural lashes and mascara. I just didn't feel like cutting a pair and fitting them and all that. And there's also a really pretty like blush, rose in the pan. It's so pretty. Pick up a little bit of this. First I'm trying a powder blush from Colourpop. Tap it off a little bit. Come on in. That's pretty. Oh, it kind of pulls a little warm. Interesting. Like there's a warmth in it. Do you see that? I like it. It's not pinky as I thought it would be. That is a beautiful flush tone. It reminds me a lot of Mood Exposure in tone. It doesn't have any sheen in it or anything like that. It's matte. Very pretty. I love blush. I love it. Okay, let's do a little highlight. I'm going to go into that Blossom Glow one from Wet n Wild. I love that blush. That's a beautiful blush. Okay, I've lined my lips already with the Pillow Talk liner from Charlotte Tilbury. So I feel like that was kind of the perfect color. This is a very Pillow Talk-esque shade, maybe a little deeper. It's kind of a rosy mauve. This is the Colourpop Luxe Velvet in the shade Fatale. Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty color. Got a lot on the applicator. That's a lovely rosy pink. Like, just my kind of pink. That went on really easy, feels really nice on the lips. Very thin, comfortable formula. I like that, it's pretty. I can get a lot of use out of that shade. That's a kind of pink that I would go for a lot, especially very wintertime-esque. This look looks like wintertime to me. Which I'm not mad at because I'm gonna go look at Christmas stuff later. Okay, and then I have the Luxe Gloss in Panache. I don't know. I don't know that word. And this has some little micro sparkles in it. There's like some gold and some purple and blues. It's kind of unique. This is gonna be pretty sheer, I'd imagine. So I'm just gonna put it on top. And it lightens a little bit. It's a very thin gloss. Very comfortable, very nice. Okay, yeah, I like that too. Very pretty. Okay, let me go get dressed. I forgot to do that before I came back. And put my jewelry on and I'll be right back for the final thoughts. And look, it's all finished. I had to just go fix the hair and get dressed real quick and put my earrings on. But yeah, I like the way this look came out. It came out much more purple than I was expecting, like kind of a little bit of plum in there. So I will definitely be revisiting this palette and doing some more looks with it. I don't know if it'll be a video or just over on my Instagram, so go make sure you follow that for more looks and kind of inspiration there. And also you can keep my day-to-day on my stories. I do post like outfits and all that over there. But yeah, final thoughts on the palette. All the information, pricing and stuff will be on the screen. But so far I really had a great time with this. Not let down. Colourpop is consistent with their eyeshadows. I have enjoyed every single one that I've gotten. Hair, okay hair, do what I want you to do. Stop. I hate when my hair like parts like that. Like, stay together. Blush is beautiful. It's just a great, nice kind of, I wouldn't say basic, but just a good solid blush. I like the color a lot. I like that it comes off a little warmer than you would expect. I love that because it's a little more flattering that way. And it balances nice with the eyes, and I think the lip is absolutely beautiful. This is definitely a kind of lip color that I go for a lot when I'm going for more of a pinky tone lip. I like a nice rosy pink. The formula's nice, feels good. Everything is great as far as this little Baroque collection goes, and yeah. Don't forget, I do have a video using the Ornate palette from the same Dark Blooms collection. I'll link it in the cards, and yeah, that is all for today. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.